And now let's shade our car, because we really need to see the rig in its all beauty after we shade the car. So for most of the time, I'm using the Unreal Engine automotive materials. And it is free pack. It works really well. Sometimes I modify these materials. They are really good to use. So there's nothing better. I think they will update Substrate, and when the Substrate materials is out of the beta stage, because right now it's currently unstable and I had a lot of issues with it. And when it is out of the beta phase, and probably it will be updated when the 5.4 will be released out of the beta phase, they will update this automotive material pack, and this masterclass will be updated too with the Substrate materials. But currently, usage of the Substrate materials not stable. We will be fine just with the automotive material pack. First, you need to edit the project, and Unreal Engine first will tell you that you don't have any compatible projects, because it was updated only for 5.1, but we don't have to worry about it. So you click show all projects and it will show you your project, which is 5.3 or higher. But the asset pack is not compatible with version 5.3. But the thing is, there were no adjustments to the materials from 5.1 to 5.3. So you can easily just pick the version 5.1 and hit add to project and hit yes, and that will work. It's just like it will download and will add to your project. So there's no problem with that. It just works as easy as that. So automotive material pack is just enough for shading most of the cars, and I never had problem, shading. There are few material slots in the mesh which are actually like we'll be using from the textures, or we create our own materials. That doesn't matter. It's not a big of deal, but because this automotive material pack has just enough of the materials. So if you go here in your content browser, you can find all these materials here. So there's just like exterior, there are car paint, caliper paint, there are a lot of things which you can use, and that is basically enough. So let's shade our car first with the materials from an automotive material pack, and then we will import the textures which came with the model, and we'll create our own materials to cover the rest of the car with these details. So first of all, let's keep first two. This is just the materials which are coming with the textures. So the first one is body, which is basically the car paint. So let's pick the car. I would like to use the charcoal. You can do whatever you want, whatever you like the most. I just think this one looks really good because it has flakes, it has some details, orange peel, and all of these features that the actual car paint has. You can see there. So there's some flakes, dust, and all of that. It is like very detailed material. Interior carbon, so that's the carbon fiber. To quickly search for materials, you just click here on automotive material pack and go for carbon. And yeah, we need this carbon fiber. Apply this one to the interior. So there is some interior color. That is probably the texture which is coming with the model. We'll check it out. Otherwise, we can, I think this one, all of that can be covered with the black leather, and it will be looking really good. The black mat is basically plastic. That's the basic plastic, and I think that is glossy or satin. So let's go with a satin plastic and apply it here by clicking on that button. I just prefer clicking on this button because it's just so much easier than just dragging here each time. That is like problematic. Interior black, that should be plastic too. I guess this one should be also plastic satin, because I don't believe there is some glossy plastic should be involved in this part. So yeah, this is plastic satin, looks pretty much fine. Interior red, that is actually can be used with those, with a also red plastic, or like, yes, plastic smooth red. I think that should be working fine here too. If we use this one, yep, pretty much good. I think looks really, really good. We are not focusing too much on the interior, but yeah, interior silver. I think this will be good with a chrome. This one, the second one. Yep, good, good. Interior color too. That probably also should be black leather. Let's use the black leather. I think that would be just really good. Leather black, and apply there. Okay, good. See, so it looks really, really nice with the leather, and it is so detailed. I really love this material pack. It's really good and can be used for such cases. Chrome. Those are chrome paths. Let's apply here again. So what I usually do, I just click here to get the material shown, and then I just apply it here. Because before I had leather material selected, but I needed to select the one which I already used. Black again. So I think this one will be really good with this rubber. And if we check, we have rubber smooth. I think we don't need this capsule or something. That should be shiny or smooth. I think the shiny will do. Let's see how it looks like. Not quite sure. Well, I guess this is fine for now. We'll see. Maybe we will change it if it is getting too much attention through the glass later on. Okay, interior bump. Those are some buttons. We will have a look at that later. We will compare this model. I think this one can be chrome easily. Those are just like the buttons. So this one can be just chrome here. Yep, I think that should work. Black shiny. Okay, so this one definitely should be plastic glossy. Those are insides of the lamp that should be like really, really glossy and reflective here. Lights. It's lights glass. Okay, that is fine. Let's see what we can do with that. If we apply lamp white, I think that should be the proper one. Yes, looks really nice. Glass. Good. Let's go for the glass. This one should be glass clear, because we should see through that one. Okay, looks really good. Looks really good. White it is. Okay, that is white paint. I think this is just the writings in the interior of this headlamp. So let's go with this silver plastic because it is really white. Nice. Interior stripes. That should be some dynamics or something like that. We will look at that a little bit further. We will compare this model from the shading which we had on the website, on the Sketchfab, where we have it. This is gold. Thankfully, we have gold here. Let's go with this metal gold dirty and see how it looks like here. I think it just looks phenomenal. It's all cool. Yeah, really, really nice. Amazing. And those will be red. Interior glossy part. That's plastic glossy probably. That should be the one. Okay. The carbon fiber also looks really good. So it's all fine. Nice. Grid. Yes, if we compare that to our model here, there is some grid and the texture is here, but I really don't like that too much. So what I'm thinking about is that for this one, I'm going to use the plastic holes. There is a plastic with the holes material, but I will duplicate that and name it silver color. And this one has already holes, but I will change the tint to something more silver-like and set it as metallic, so it will have this metallic bump. Save it and use this material instead and see how that looks like. I think that should look fine. Yeah, and even it can be a little bit brighter, I think, because this one is like totally white. So let's see if we change it to even brighter. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I like it much more than this grid. It just feels more natural. I know that probably I'm not right here, but anyway, it will be barely noticeable, but I really like how it went out and how it looks. Chrome. So that's probably for the turn signals. No problem. Let's assign Chrome here again. Okay. And this one is just a blackout. Or basically... Oh yeah, that's even better. That contains even the ceiling. Okay, so that one should be some of the textile, I think. Striped satin me woven. I think plain black should work. Oh yeah, here it is. Yes, it looks nice. Like black ceiling in the car. Looks expensive. Lights. So those are backlights. So that should be red lamp, because LED doesn't have this feeling of gradient. So this one would be much better. Our glass. So this one is the glass on the brakes and the reflectors. So this one should be red tint material, because behind of that there is a reflector, which is the geometry, which is really nice. This one is the brake. So D red, it's the brake. It's a brake because this one is the day running lights. It's a DRL, and this one is the brake. So I had a look at this one. So yeah, so this is DRL for now. Let's keep it chrome because it should be only working on the animation, because we will do the animation thing for that one. So it will be clickable. That will be a parameter which you can use in the rig and which you can animate in the sequencer later. So for now, let's keep it chrome and I will show you like what we can do there. So interior blue, it's actually interesting because that should be the safe belt, but seat belt. But for some reason it's blue. I will not be touching it right now. Logo, we have the logo texture, silver, obviously, but we will not see it because it only for the door opening. Will not be touching that. Red, that probably should be here. For the red here, I will use just red paint. I think that red car paint will be really nice there. Lights. So this is the day running lights also. I'm not sure if I should turn them on right now. We will also do that separately as the day running lights. So let's put it right now on the just chrome, so it's turned off, but we'll turn it on later. Okay, and this is silver. This is the radiators. Okay, let's make them silver. So there is actually metal silver. MI metal silver here. Put it there. Yep. And this is our car. Let's change the car paint to white. So we will have a little bit more of difference because we don't see those black parts, which are black plastic. And yeah, right now we can see much better what we have here. It's looking great already. Let's jump into our Porsche folder, create the new folder and name it textures. And get our textures from the Porsche textures and just grab all of them and drag them here. Okay, so that our decals. So the decals is the first part. Let's examine this a little bit more. Okay, so that should probably have also emissive map. That's not a problem. So to create material out of the texture which is provided is pretty easy. You right click on this material and then you go to create material and it will use it as the diffuse map or base color. So basically it's any PBR material. Here we need to add some emissive color because it doesn't look really, glowy. So we can use this one, RGB, and connect it to emissive color. It's already looking better, but I think that should be also reflective and rough because it's plastic or screen or something like that. It should be always, glossy. So by holding 1 on your keyboard, number 1, click here and add this value to roughness. So it will be just super glossy and all of that should be glowing. Hit save. I think this is just enough to have it. We will see. I'm not sure if it has the alpha channel, but let's try to also add the alpha channel. So before that, we need to select it to blend mode to masked. So we will have opacity mask and drag the alpha channel into opacity mask. Yeah, it doesn't have the alpha channel, so that should be applied as it is. Let's get this material which we just created and apply it to interior decals. Let's see how it looks like. Well, I think it looks good. Pretty fine, right? So looks really on spot, I think. So yeah, it is kind of good. No problem there at all. Looks perfect. Now we can create the same for the logo. Create material, logo material. I think that should be also metallic. So again, by holding 1, add the keyboard, click here, connect it to metallic, put 1 here, and roughness should be something also the same, but 55 approximately. No, I think even a little bit less. Let's try 0.2. I think this will work okay. Let's see how it works. So there was somewhere in the very bottom, I think. Yeah, logo. Yeah, here it is. Let's apply that one. It's really good that the logo on the outside is, I think, yeah, it's fine. It's really good that the logo outside is actually 3D and looking really good. So yeah, again, this car is not prepared for displaying the interiors of the car. Also, we have the brake caliper, the tire, and the plate. So okay, let's create the plate. Create plate material. Here we go. And again, that should be metallic. I just think so. That looks good. We can take some roughness maps from some materials from the pack. So let's see, metal, for example, aluminum. There is like scratches. This is the roughness map which we can use. Just go there, navigate to acid by clicking this button with a magnifying glass, go to this material and drag and drop this scratches here and apply this into roughness. That will be like this, will be looking like that. If you think this one is too much, you always can adjust this roughness map by doing so. Drag the pin and hold and click L on the keyboard and you will have lerp node. What it does, it allows you to use this mask as alpha and blend between two values, 0 and 1. So if you connect it like this, you'll have the same result, but you can lower this value to 0.5, for example, or other way around, put 1 here and instead of 0, put here 1.3, and now it looks better. Save that, and in the body again, let's apply our new material, which we created here in textures, the plate mat to the plate. And here it is, and it's looking really, really good with these small details of the scratches of the aluminum, because it gives some sort of realism, so you can get a little bit more of details there. Okay, let's go to the materials which we haven't assigned yet. So silver, this one we can't see because it only is visible when the car has open doors. We are not going to open the doors of the car, so we may forget about that. Interior blue, that is the seat belts. Like really, I don't like that so much that it uses the same material for interior blue, but doesn't matter. We can look for some blue leather. There's some leather, but maybe we should look for the seat belt. And we can always adjust the seatbelt color so it will match, and that will be fine. But yeah, looks good. Again, interior is not the best part of this car. Just like, let's add some tint and make it blue. Just like that. Okay, this is fine-ish. I'm not the fan of that, but when you have the car with the proper material assignment inside, you won't have these problems. Again, let's continue. Silver, we don't see that. Interior stripes. So I think here should be the dynamics or like music system. So let's go with the holes and apply this one with the plastic with the holes and see how it looks like. Yep, pretty good. Pretty good, actually. Interior color 1. I think that should be leather. Black, not perforated. The perforated, I think, for this amount of material will not work really well. So yeah. So this one is really nice. And interior speakers. Do we have the speakers texture? Nope, we don't. So we again use the plastic with holes. Here we go. That would work really nice for the speakers. Really nice. So yeah, this is it. The body is shaded. Let's switch to the calipers and the wheels. That would be much faster and much easier. So let's start with the front caliper. There's just 4 materials that should be white. Easy as that. Let's get their car paint white. Nice. Black material. For that, I'm using anodized metal because it's black. It doesn't have any like reflection. it is really close to the material of the brake pads, so that kind of looks real. Then we go with this silver parts. Yes, not a problem. Let's use the metal silver. And for this one, black shiny. It's like caliper. Black. I think gray will be looking better, but we can put even red. We don't care. We can do whatever we want here. So next one is other caliper. We should do the same for the rest of them. And the last part is glass. It's pretty simple. They have all the same material. So we just need to open every single one of them. And in automotive materials, look for glass clear, and we will apply the clear glass for all the lights. So this is for the rear lights. This is for the front lights. This is also for rear side, like indicators. Now we are going with the glass tinted. We apply it here on all of these other sides, apply, and on the front glass too. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's save all. And last part, the wheel. It's a little bit more of the things to do, but we'll manage. So this one is silver. I doubt that, because I don't think so that can be silver. Let's go with a metal. Probably metal steel would be still sandblast, something more real for that case. Brakes. Let's go for the rotor. And here we have the brake rotor iron, but I think we have here the carbon ceramic with this all small cracks and stuff. So let's use the carbon ceramic and apply it here. See, here we are just lucky, it immediately applied, but sometimes if it doesn't work, you can open this material and disable or enable use object UVs. So right now we disable use object UVs, and see, it's like it's huge. The cracks are just off. They should not be such, big size. So we can either tile the cracks. So here's like the cracks intensity and crack scale. So we can try to, change the scale a little bit, making it smaller. That looks a bit better. So yeah, I think I will leave it like that. That looks better, but I don't like that it is stretched. So, and there is no tiling, I guess, for the cracks. Yeah, there is no tiling. So let's keep use object UVs, and yeah, that looks much better in my opinion. Just let's scale the cracks back to 10 value. Yeah, that is, I like the most, right? That's the best option we have. Okay, this one is white again. Car paint white. Here we go. This black material, I think that should be metal painted. Painted metal. That looks pretty dark and fine. Black shiny. Metal painted. I don't like it too much, but we'll fix it. This one should be silver. metal silver. Here we go. Just like silver frame here. And tire mat, which is here. We need the texture and create material. This is tire mat. Let's again steal the roughness map from the automotive material pack. So if we go to here and look for rubber, we can have some rubber roughness maps. I think this one will be okay. And let's apply that one to this one. No, there is another one. Roughness. Yeah, this one is looking better already. Yes. Okay. Unfortunately, this car doesn't have the texture for normal map. So unfortunately, we got to do what we got to do. So currently, it's what we have and what we can have for this particular situation. But anyway, during the moving, when the car is moving, we won't see this happening anyway. But yeah, it would be really nice to have the normal texture for this car. But unfortunately, this is the free model and not all the textures are present, and at least this one is fine to have. I'm actually curious because I have other model which is like Polestar, and there is a texture for the Pirelli. Is it the same UV? No, it is not. It's not, yeah, unfortunately. Because this one is completely different texture. Yeah, it works different way. It's really strange. It feels like it has the normal map, like, or the light just burned in. But yeah, whatever. Unfortunately, we can try to do that with Photoshop, but really, it's not the purpose of this masterclass. Okay, so I really don't like that this wheel is black, so I think I'll go to Automotive Materials and look at the car paint black, duplicate that, and name it gunmetal. So I would like to have the gunmetal color for the wheels, so it should be a little bit more grayish. I think that should look much better. Let's see. Oh yes, much better. Let's see if I can put it here too. I think that works. That really works. Okay, so that was our front wheel, and now we have the last one is our rear wheel. Okay, let's just copy the materials. Okay, that looks fantastic, I think. Okay, now let's delete these from the scene. We don't need this anymore. We have all prepared. Let's move our rig and let's take our rig into the scene. And this is how it looks like. It's all prepared, all working. I think we just need to adjust the height of the body because it's too up and it should be much lower. So let's try to do that. Let's go back to the rig and set it to -34. Yes, so this is it. I think that looks pretty much fantastic, especially like even in Lumen. So it's all really great.